Hey guys, it's Lilith. Welcome back to my channel. I am trying a new frame here. I usually am a little bit closer. I'm kind of limited on how I film because my bed is right here. My furniture is all very close together. So bear with me if I'm trying to figure it out this whole video and I'm a little awkward because I'm like, you feel really far away right now. But I'm gonna do my best. Also, please bear with me if you hear a guy talking in the background. My brother is playing video games in the basement and you can hear everything in this house. The walls are super thin. So let's get into today's video. Today's video is one that I think I've brought up in every upload I've done for the last 3 or 4 videos. Today is a big show and tell, but also explanation / conversation about the Etsy shop I used to run with my mother and why it was shut down and why it is now our own website. Something that some of you may have noticed is that there's been a link to the website in my description if you look at that at the end of my videos near my social media, or you've heard me mention it 40,000 times in the last 3 or 4 videos. So let's go ahead and get into it. Last year, I came on here with a video called Reality Shifting Spell Jar that was partially about the jar itself, but mostly about an Etsy shop that I had started with my mother where I was selling spell jars and she was selling jewelry. And if you guys remember me talking about that at all, our name at the time was MoonlightMagicks. This was actually not our first option for our name. It was not our first choice. It was not the first one we came up with. But when we put in our original idea for our shop name, it got shut down because there was too many letters in it and Etsy wouldn't let us do it. So we just kind of pulled one out of a hat randomly, out of our actually, and we went with that because it sounded kind of magical and we were using MoonlightMagicks. It wasn't until more than 6 months after we had started the shop that I stumbled across a video on TikTok of another woman who runs a small business under the name MoonlightMagicks. When we had looked it up on Google at the time that we started our shop, nothing had come up. It hadn't occurred to us to look at social media to do that. Immediately we started to feel really bad because we had no idea that this woman or her already existing business that had a very similar type to ours because it was eclectic magical things already existed. And we didn't want to accidentally take any of the business that was meant for her and her shop because clearly she had garnered a following and had worked really hard for it. And also in turn, we didn't want anyone coming and looking for our stuff to accidentally get taken her things and not be able to do our own business for ourselves. And the problems with our Etsy shop only continued as we went on. Like all of the fees that you hear people talking about when it comes to Etsy. We were making less and less money per sale. The advertising for Etsy itself was not actually that good, and at that point we were losing money on the shop rather than gaining money on the shop. Yes, I will admit that some of the fault does lie with me for not promoting our shop enough on social media to brand and advertise it for ourselves, but I also just feel like Etsy itself isn't that great towards the sellers. There's not even really a place that the sellers can go to for help. There's a line you can go to as a buyer, but there's nobody to call if you have a problem as a seller. Our shop also randomly got put on pause several months into doing it when they decided they were going to withhold all of our funds for like 6 weeks. It was exhausting and I wasn't getting paid and I felt like I was basically working for free even when I was getting paid. Because really the only thing that was selling was our reality shifting jar. And then when that was selling, so many fees were getting taken out of it that at that point, I wasn't actually making any money. I was lucky if I was making $2 on a jar, which was crazy because it was priced at $12, not including shipping and handling. And it just didn't feel worth it, especially since my mother and I were getting our hopes up so much, and then it was costing money to put up each new listing and then costing money every month to relist it automatically, and then they were taking it out per fund, and it was ridiculous. And then nobody was buying my mom's stuff, no one was buying anything but my shifting jar, and it just felt like we were losing money on nothing. Eventually we got really fed up, and when the big Etsy strike happened earlier this year, we went on the strike as well, but like a lot of people, we didn't come back. We heard a lot of people talking about moving on to Shopify, but we didn't really know a lot about it. We ended up doing some research into it, and then we decided we were going to go there. And there were a lot of big things that we wanted to do in order to rebrand, and the first thing we wanted to do was change our name, because it wasn't right of us to keep MoonlightMagicks now that we knew that someone else had it. So we decided to go back to the original name that we had chosen that we weren't able to use on Etsy. Maiden&MotherMagicks. We triple checked it on social media and on Google, and we looked it up everywhere. We couldn't find it, and we were so thankful because we had been really attached to this name from the beginning and we really loved it. Yes, we had loved the other name, and yes, there were people on Etsy who recognized our brand from that and from the logo that we had at the time, and I even paid to have like 100 business cards made with that name on it. But it wasn't worth it. We didn't feel like we were our own. We didn't want to piggyback off someone else's success or to steal away from theirs. We wanted to be our own business and do our own thing, so we changed it to Maiden&MotherMagicks, and we went with Shopify so we could have our own website. And if I do say so myself, I'm super proud of our website. I'm so proud of the photos that we were able to get of our amazing products. And just the entire aesthetic of the website, how clean it is, how easy it is to use. It feels like such a huge professional step up from our Etsy, where all of the photos, they looked like they were taken at home with crappy lighting on an iPhone. And so many of our pictures are so professional now, so crisp, so clear, so vibrant, and I love them, and I'm so incredibly proud of them and the website. And something else that I love about us having our own website instead of being on Etsy is that because we aren't being charged as many heavy fees as Etsy does, we were actually able to lower the prices of all of our pre-existing products that were on Etsy to begin with, so that the people that actually shop from us are able to spend less money and we still make more per product. It just felt really life-changing, and we were extremely proud of it. So something that I'm gonna do in this video to kind of show off the shop, not just what you've seen of the footage, and also insert pictures here in a minute, I'm gonna show you products I physically have on hand from our shop that we already have listed so that you can get a look at what you would get if you went on our website. First, I'm gonna start with my mother's bracelets. My mom makes the most amazing jewelry. This isn't on the shop yet, but I'm trying to talk her into putting this on the shop. She made this bracelet for me. It's a representative and association with Hades, and I just think it's so pretty, and it's also good for protection. It's one of my favorites, and I'm trying to talk her into putting it on the website along with some other stuff that she's made for me that aren't regular bracelets, but these are the bracelets that she's put on the website so far. So the bracelet I'm about to show you is actually my favorite that she has on our shop. This is our green Aventurian bracelet. Better photo here because it for some reason doesn't want to focus. I've tried for the last 5 minutes. It won't focus on my hand. I can try to get it to focus on my hand. This is as good as a shot as it's going to get on my hand on this picture. This is it actually being worn. But I definitely think that this picture says it all. Really gorgeous. I keep trying to get it to focus, but it looks like it's not going to, so just trust me, this is the same as this. And then we have this beauty. Also putting up a photo because I don't trust this camera to focus on anything now. This bracelet is turquoise and lava stone. I really like it. I think that it's cute and simple. I love the blue. And if you're not into dangly charms like on the green Aventurian, that this is definitely better for you. I'm gonna try to do the modeling thing of the green Aventurian again. I don't think it's having the same effect, but this is what the first one looks like. I am trying my best. This camera is just an iPhone. Up next, this bracelet is made of mostly purple crackled jasper, which I love and are so pretty. Photo presented here, but these two white beads in the middle are actually white quartz, not clear quartz. I love this. I love the purple. I love that it's not just basic purple, that they're actually texturized looking. The crackle on it really shows. And the white with the bead in the middle is definitely very subtle. This is another good one if you're not into dangling charms. And then there's also a reverse of this bracelet where this is mostly crackled jasper with a couple of quartz. This is mostly quartz with a couple of crackled jasper. Two in the middle with a bead, just like the other one. Photo presented here. This one's also good if you don't want to do too much color. White is kind of like black. You can wear it with almost anything. It's definitely subtle, very classy. And let me show you these two together. Because they're made of the same things with slight differences, they go really beautifully together as a set. I love these. My mother works really hard on these and they're so beautiful. I'm incredibly proud of her. I think that they look great. Like I said, she's made me jewelry in the past and I just think that they're amazing. She does have other things that are coming in the future. Right now, these 4 bracelets are just the only thing of hers that are on the website. But she has shown me and talked to me about some other things that she wants to put on the shop, and you guys are not ready for how beautiful these creations are. And up next we have my spell jars. One of the spell jars that's on the website, I don't actually have in person. I gave that one away to my sister, and that would be my self-love jar. Photo here. I love this picture. Isn't this so pretty? So I'm just showing a picture of this instead of actually showing you the jar, but I think for the jars, I'm going to do the same thing I did with the bracelets and actually show you the jars, but also show you the photos because I'm just super proud of the photos. Up next is our money attraction jar. This is not only good for attracting money, but also money-making opportunities. This is the picture of this one. I really like this jar because to me, this one, at least in my experience with my own jar, had the most immediate effects. And plus, I love green, and there's green all over it, hello. But I love this one. This one to me is the most aesthetically beautiful. And then this is the reality shifting jar. This was the big seller on our Etsy because my YouTube and my TikTok are mostly shifting based. Photo here, it's my least favorite of all the photos that we took, but it's still better than the one we had on Etsy. This one is really fun for me to make. It's the one that I remember the most about because I have made it the most times. And so far, the only order that I have had on the shop has been for a reality shifting jar that was ordered by a friend of mine. And this just has a lot of sentimental value to me. This is really what kicked off our Etsy, and I just really love this. Okay, up next is my anti-anxiety jar. This one is really special to me because aesthetically, I think this is the most visually pleasing of the jars that I've put on the shop. But also because the photo on the website, oh my god, is just the most beautiful. Look at this. I love this jar. I love the ingredients in this. It makes me just like really happy. I'm extremely proud of this one, and it's so beautiful and it works so well. And like I said, I'm so proud of this photo. It's just so gorgeous. All three of these babies and the jar that I don't currently have on hand are on the website currently. I also have ideas in mind for more of these different kinds, and I'm so excited about them. I can't even wait to start on them and actually start putting them up on the website. My mother and I are extremely proud of how this website and all the photos and the products themselves turned out. And we're really proud of our small business journey, even though we haven't really made that much money off of it yet. I think it's done a lot for us emotionally and to bond us. But it would mean so much to us if you would check out the website and maybe consider buying a few things from it and sharing the website with your friends. My dream personally is to work for myself, not just through content creation and hoping to make an income off of my YouTube channel, but also off of this small business. As someone who struggles a lot with mental health and neurodivergency and physical limitations due to past injury, it's extremely hard for me to keep up a regular 9-to-5 job, especially in a COVID-stricken world when I live with entirely immunocompromised people. This shop, just like my YouTube channel, is my dream: to work for myself, answer to myself, and be able to do what I love and to create and help others. I'm so proud of our journey so far with Maiden&MotherMagicks. And I'm so excited to see where it goes from here, and I really hope that you guys are too. And like I said, it would mean so much if you would check out the website, maybe buy some stuff, share it with your friends, maybe. It would help us so much, and I would appreciate the hell out of it. If you also want updates about when new products go up, either of my mother's or mine, on the website, then please follow my social media in the links below. Every time that new products go up, I will be posting about it on all of my TikToks. My main TikTok, Lilith Leigh, is mostly about shifting and POVs and Marvel and Harry Potter content, but I will post there every time a new product goes up on the shop, as well as on my backup account that's mostly book talk things, and the TikTok that I just made for our company. Those are all down in the description below, as well as my Instagram and my Twitter, where you can also get updates not just about the new products going up on the website, but also about new videos going up on my YouTube channel. I think that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I just kind of wanted to talk about the journey with the shop so far and where it's going, and I really appreciate your all's time. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!